Welcome to the Outdoor News Network. Each week, Sean Foxon, Bill Rice, and Sandy Rice travel throughout this land of ours to bring the excitement and beauty of the great outdoors into your living room. You'll see exciting outdoor action from all across North America. From the wilds of Alaska to the blue waters off Mexico. We'll have travel information, how-to tips, and share the secrets of some of America's best sportsmen. This is John Novak inviting you to stay tuned as we go on the road to high adventure and good fishing on the Outdoor News Network. To a fly fisherman, the ultimate in fishing is catching native trout on flies in a scenic wilderness setting where the fishing is outstanding but challenging and the solitude unlimited. This is true with today's adventure on the Outdoor News Network as we head for prime wilderness areas of British Columbia, where native rainbows, kamloops, and Dolly Varden eagerly await your fly or lure to gently touch the surface of backcountry waters. It's like going back 100 years in time, where the water is unpolluted, uncrowded, and pristine. It's here that we'll join our friend and host, Mo Schiller, and some expert trout fishermen to explore nearby but remote lakes and streams. Hugh Jennings and Gil Nyerges will show us some of the favorite and most productive flies of this region. This is one of their favorite places to fish, and they've challenged these remote waters many times. So stay tuned as we pack it up and head for the incredible wilds of central British Columbia. Our destination is the Chilcotin Caribou region of central British Columbia, Canada, shown in yellow on our map. We fly some 300 miles north to Anaheim Lake, which is served daily by Wilderness Airlines. It's not every day a classic antique Cadillac is included in our adventures, but that's the surprise Mo Schiller has waiting for our crew to drive us on to the next leg of the journey. A float plane ride aboard Dean River Air Service over to Mo's Fly-In Lodge on Eliguk Lake. Within minutes of landing, our new arrivals have changed into fishing clothes and are ready for fun. You'll be surprised to find that daytime temperatures can be pleasingly warm, but the cold can move in fast, so bring warm jackets and sweaters. Be prepared to dress in the layered look.
When you come to a place like Eliguk Lake and want to do some fly fishing, you should come pretty well prepared. Now, naturally, the first thing you're concerned with is the kind of flies that you use. I'm known as a nymph fisherman, and you'll notice that this box of flies consists mainly of nymphs, different types of nymphs, primarily dark patterns, because I feel at this time of year, this kind of water, this is what the fish are going to go after. I also carry a complete complement of rods and lines and reels. This particular outfit is a 9-foot rod. It has a Hardy reel on it, and it has a number 8 weight forward sink tip, slow sink tip line. This particular outfit is a Fluger Medalist reel, an 8-foot rod. It's a number 8 line, but it's a floating line, a full floating line. I have other outfits that are all set up. They are this, 9 or 8.5 foot rods with sink tip lines that are fast sinking. And then I have a setup where I have a full sinking line so that I can cover the full range of water depths when I fish.
Excellent trout fishing can be found right in front of the lodge, where you can fish from the docks, shore, or take out a boat. One of our experts, Hugh Jennings, certainly didn't waste any time getting out there.
What I've been catching most of them on today is this little thing, which I just made up yesterday. Over a period of fishing here, we found that something with red on it works, something with white. This is elk hair, which gives it the slightly white. and a black body with silver tinsel. Because this had been working so well with the red, some guys went over to another lake and they just used a leech type pattern like this and tied on some red yarn right in front of the eye on the leader and found out it worked very well.
We're here to savor all the beauty of this fabulous Canadian province and to enjoy fishing for native trout in remote waters too numerous to fish in a lifetime. We'll try flies and lures on untested waters that are reached only by airplane, helicopter, and horseback. Even a week's stay is not long enough to sample all of the surrounding lakes and streams. Each morning as the mist rises from the waters, there are no sounds except for the water quietly lapping the shore and the occasional haunting call of the loon. We watch trout entertain us, leaping as if to touch the sky, falling back and dimpling the waters with their acrobatics. As we fly out each day from Eliguk Lake, we're able to see the vastness of this incredible land. Trees and waters stretch for endless miles to the horizon and beyond. Room to breathe clean, fresh air, to stretch out and feel free and uncrowded. Our first stop is Packrat Lake, which is only about a 10-minute flight from the lodge, and according to Mo, has excellent fishing on trout up to 5 pounds. Let's see how our expert analyzes an unknown lake, determining how and where to fish.
And we've heard that there's some pretty good fish in here. So we want to give it a try and see if we can get some. We don't know what patterns they're taking consistently, but we're going to try a lot of different patterns. We're going to try leech type patterns, black nymphs, what we call an Eliguk red. Try different colors of red. See if a tractor might do it, or just straight imitations. And we don't know whether we want to fish deep or shallow, so I'm using a slow sink tip line, and Hugh's going to be using a sinking line. Between the two of us, we hope we can find something. But we understand that this lake is a little bit touchy. It can be hot. A few hours later, it can cool right down. I guess that's fishing. A float tube, to me, is an ideal way to fish because you have control of the tube at all times. You control the attitude of the tube, how you're casting downwind, and if you get a large fish on, why, the fish has a tendency to tow you around, but you're always facing the fish. Another distinct advantage to the float tube is that I'm sitting in an easy chair, and I can sit in this thing all day long, never get tired.
Next, don your waders to go up a roaring river for trout and spectacular scenery. The pace picks up from the tranquility of lake fishing to the raging rapids of the Eltasquio River, a 30-minute flight away in Tweedsmuir Park. Pilot John Way of Waco Aviation brings us in his float plane. He's a fisherman as well as a pilot and is eager to share information about fishing the river.
John, where are we exactly?
This is the Eltasquio River. It drains a gutlet lake in the middle of Tweedsmuir Park. Tweedsmuir Park is 4,000 square miles, right in the middle of British Columbia. There's no roads, no mining, no logging. It's a real neat, pristine wilderness we got here.
Well, John, since you've been here and fished a number of times, what's the best type of flies to use in this river?
95% of the fishing is dry fly. And we have an assortment of flies that work really well. Most of them predominantly, however, anything with white on the wings and very dry. And if you make a good presentation, there'll be a fish on there every second cast, guaranteed, Gil.
Oh, boy.
That sounds like the fishing for me.
With a guarantee like that, our fishermen are ready to get started. But John was wrong. It actually took Gil 3 casts before he caught his first trout. These river trout demonstrate their wild heritage. Most are small, but very lively.
Small but lively.
It's very picturesque, so bring your camera. Mo says it has tons of fish, not big, but high-quality, spirited fighters in the river's current.
We'd like to match the hatch. There's a little bit of a midge flying around. It's got a bright green body, but they're awful tiny. They're probably 18s or 20s, and we're using probably 12s and 14s, and we're trying to get those things to hit. The fly sinks, and on the retrieve, they'll very often hit. They're out in that, on the edges of the fast water, trying to cast across into that pool on the far side. They're rising very consistently over there. There he goes. Missed him.
Gil's really enjoying himself. It looks like he has as much fun just missing one as he does in catching one. But he is definitely catching a lot more than he's missing. A real good fly or lure presentation may be rewarded with a strike almost every time. When you fish in the wilderness like this, one only has to look around to enjoy nature at its finest. Sharp-eyed observers occasionally spot otters. Ducks come to play, not seeing us until the last second, putting on their brakes and scurrying away again.
You got friends. No.
Tweedsmuir Park, named after the 15th Governor General of Canada, who said, "I have now traveled over most of Canada and have seen many wonderful things, but I have seen nothing more beautiful and more wonderful than the great park which British Columbia has done me the honor to call by name." Explorer Alexander Mackenzie traveled through this area on his epic journey to the Pacific Ocean in 1793. He was the first white man to view the western seas from the Pacific Northwest, preceding Lewis and Clark by more than 12 years. Just when we thought we had discovered paradise, we're whisked away to yet another beautiful and productive fishing spot. Stay tuned. Gil says the trout are big at Otter Lake. Otter Lake has a great population of Dolly Varden and is a 20-minute flight by helicopter from the lodge. Mo's favorite way to travel to Otter Lake is by horseback. It's a 6-hour ride through some of the most spectacular scenery in the province, with guests enjoying a 2-night campout before returning to Eliguk. Otter Lake produces Dolly Varden up to 15 pounds. The reason the fish grow so big, according to Mo, is that the lake supports a natural population of freshwater shrimp, tender delicacies that keep the trout pink, fat and sassy, and unusually good to eat.
Oh, look at him go.
Big fly.
Name.
Big fly?
Pardon?
Big fly?
Yeah, fairly large.
Sinking line?
Sinking line. Pretty close to 8 pounds. This is turn my leader on me. There he is.
Another one of the favorite lakes here is Petri Lake, where Mo has built a single cabin for guests who want real privacy.
We've just arrived at Petri Lake, which is about 4 miles north of Eliguk Lake Lodge. Now, we were dropped in by float plane, but you can hike in from the lodge. It's about a 4-mile hike on a well-established trail, and you can hike to the spot where the boat is, and you can get in your boat and start fishing. We're at the cabin that Mo Schiller built, and that's where we're headquartered for the next day or so. There's 2 or 3 of them. Heading that way. There he is. Whoa, boy, what a strike. Hey, how about this? They're lively. Right in the lip. There we go. That's a 2-pounder. Okay, here he goes. Nice to be able to cast to them like that.
You put up a good fight.
He sure did. He was a very lively fish. That's the nice thing I like about these fish. They're very lively. They just don't give up. There he is. There he goes. There he goes. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Let him go. This is what we came here for. He's way behind the boat. There he comes. Fish do what they want to do. Like the 300-pound gorilla. Whatever they want to do. Well, I'll have to get on this side. There. That's a full 2 1/4 pounds. There we go. There we go. Nothing wrong with him. Okay.
I don't know who's getting more wet, us or the fish.
Well, I think it's probably time to quit, whether we want to or not. Call it a day, and maybe we'll do it again tomorrow. How's that?
There are also many small lakes within a 2-hour walk from Eliguk, lakes where you might be the only fisherman in weeks to enjoy the pleasures of this area. If you head north to see Mo, you'll find more trout fishing opportunities awaiting than we have time to list. And all of them are surrounded by incredible scenery in a land that's little changed since white man first trekked through here more than 200 years ago. The fishing season starts here after the ice melts off the lakes in May and continues into the fall. No matter what month you choose, the fishing will be more than you expected. At Eliguk Lake Lodge, Mo will treat you like a king. He loves to cook and turns out mouth-watery meals on his wood-burning stove. He's also noted for his smoked fish, using the outside smoker to turn out batches of taste treats. Don't just take our word for it about how good the fishing is here. Let's listen to the thoughts of a few of the guests who ventured into this fabulous country.
You can't relax here, you can't relax anywhere, as far as I'm concerned.
By far, this is the best place to go to. Like I said, my dad's been coming here. I guess this is the 5th year in a row, and he'll probably come back again because it's so much fun.
This is good, it's consistent. You always catch fish here.
This is just consistently good. We've found we can catch them on most anything. Flies, lures, bait.
While most of Mo's guests are fly fishermen, those who aren't often become eager converts shortly after arrival. This is a great place to learn because the fishing is so good. And if you want lessons from an expert, Mo has fly fishing instructors on hand.
We've had some instructors up here the last couple of years, so they can help you out with technique and that kind of thing. And the fishing is real good, so you get a chance to, you know, try some various things out and see how they work.
Now it's time to go home. Home to dream of mountains, eagles lifting upward from the trees, morning mist rising from the waters, the silver flash of leaping trout. It's hard to leave. This land has become a part of us. We feel we are caught between two worlds, and we vow to return again to this one. For more information about wilderness trout fishing, contact Mo Schiller, Eliguk Lake Lodge, Nimpo Lake, British Columbia, Canada, V0L1R0, or telephone area code 604-742-3269. You can also contact Mo through his fax number, 604-742-3403.